I'll be kind if you'll be faithful. You be sweet and I'll be grateful. Cover me with kisses, dear. Lighten up the atmosphere. Keep me warm inside our bed. I got dreams of you all through my head. Fortune teller said I'd be free, and that's the day you came to me. Came to me. Come to me, my sweetest friend. Can you feel my heart again? I'll take you back where you belong, and this'll be your favorite song.
I love you for so many reasons, more than what I could possibly express here today. But I'll try. I love you for slow dancing with me in our kitchen as you hum a made-up song. I love you for always making me feel safe when we ride the motorcycle together. I love you for protecting us from a bear when all I did was hide under the covers in our tent. I love you for comforting me when the Beavers lose and drinking beer with me when they win. I love you for putting up with my ornery side and being my accomplice in mischief. I love your sense of adventure. I love you for making me a better person. I love you for being loyal, funny, patient, honest, kind, forgiving. There's still a part of me today that can't believe that I'm the one that gets to marry you. I promise to love and care for you, and I will try in every way to be worthy of your love.
Dear Amy, I come to this marriage, this glorious partnership with full heart, mind, soul, and a little Kiwi dog. Today I promise you this. I will laugh you in times of joy and comfort you in times of sorrow. I will share in your dreams and support you as you strive to achieve your goals. I will listen to you with compassion and understanding and speak to you with encouragement. I will never abandon you. I will always protect you. Together let us build a home filled with learning, laughter, light. Let us be partners, friends, and lovers today and all the days that follow us, forever and ever, and not a day less.
I think you did it. So long as you both shall live.
I will.
Easy answer.
Amy, will you have Keller to be your wedded husband, to live together in the solemn union of matrimony? Will you love him, honor him, comfort him, and keep him in sickness and in health, so long as you both shall live?
I will.
Keller and Amy, do you have rings?
Yes.
You need to get those.
Dirty dog.
Keller, I want you to place the ring on Amy's finger. And Keller, I want you to repeat after me. With this ring, I give to you,
I give to you,
in token and pledge,
my
faith and abiding love for you.
my faith and abiding love for you.
Amy, would you place the ring on Keller's finger? Amy, repeat after me. With this ring,
I give to you,
in token and pledge, my faith and abiding love for you.
my faith and abiding love for you.
Keller and Amy, you have told all of us gathered here that you love one another and you wish to live together and seek a happier life in marriage. You have formed that union in friendship, respect, and trust. I take great pleasure in announcing, by the power vested in me As the former Chief Justice of the Oregon Supreme Court, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
To me with secrets bare, I love you more, so don't be scared. And when we're old and near the end, we'll go home and start again.
I'm the other Amy. Amy's been my best friend since the day I was born. I'm sure most of you have heard this story, but if you didn't know, our moms were friends and walked together when they were pregnant with us. Amy was born the Friday before me. Tim called my parents to let us know Bev had gone into labor and had a little girl, and they are going to name her Amy. My mom said we were going to name our baby Amy too if she was a girl, and I was, so we became Amy squared from birth. Amy and I never really liked to be separated. Since we were young, we did nearly everything together. Amy and I are strong, successful, independent women. We're also extremely scared of our own shadows. I remember the first time we decided it was time to have our first slumber party. Amy decided she'd go first, so she came to my house. We played as usual, probably had macaroni and cheese for dinner, and had a movie. Just as we were about to fall asleep, Amy started crying and said, "I don't think I can do this." So my mom called Bev to come get Amy after she decided it was just a little too much. Bev came over, walked into our house, and as our mothers tell it, we were both sitting on the couch hugging each other and sobbing our eyes out. Bev said, "Well, why are you both crying?" Amy said, "Because I don't want to go home." And I cried, "And I don't want her to leave." Mind you, we lived about a foot away from each other and probably would see each other the next morning. Not much has changed since then. We finally mastered the summer parties and remained inseparable. In fact, I didn't even get my driver's license till I was over 18 years old. Why did I need one? Amy had hers. We went everywhere together. Why's your dress pretty? Why's your dress pretty? We still cry when we're apart too, just like when we were 4 years old. Recently I was out of town at a bar with my husband. The Rolling Stones started playing on the jukebox. And it made me think of Amy and I started to cry. My husband looked at me like I was crazy. Said, "Amy, what's wrong with you?" And I cried and said, "I miss Amy." Amy sure got a kick out of that story and told me to get a grip. But it wasn't a week later, she called to tell me she had a crying spell too. She was with Keller, and the Steve Miller Band came on the radio and she started crying. And basically the same thing happened. Keller, I'm so glad you're accepting of our slightly neurotic relationship. Aren't you glad you get two Amy's out of this? So, enough about us. I promise it's not that long. We're just really big friends. Okay. Amy's never been one to be head over heels for a guy before Keller. Keller was different straight from the very beginning. It sounds cliche, but it's really true. When I got engaged 3 years ago, Amy came over with piles of wedding magazines, to-do lists, and outlines to get started. I remember rattling off all the things we needed to do. You suffering? We needed to do. And instead of writing down my demands, Amy kept texting someone. And I was thinking in my head, who the hell is more important than me right now? The texting wouldn't stop, and she didn't say who it was, but I knew something was up. It didn't take long for me to figure out Keller was the one, but I think he won my vote the day after my wedding. Amy had had a few too many beers the night before and was completely passed out on my parents' couch.
Till 5 p.m.
Yeah. Keller tried to wake her up to say goodbye because he had to go back to Redmond, but she wouldn't budge. So, in true Keller fashion, he decided to get his phone out and start taking passed out drunk selfies. It was hilarious because she had no idea this was happening. He moved her hands into different poses and made hilarious faces. I still can't believe she didn't budge because we were laughing really hard. But since that day, I thought, Keller's here to stay. Before Amy's bridal shower, I asked Keller some questions about Amy on video. One of them was, why should I let you marry my best friend? He quickly responded, "Why shouldn't you let me marry your best friend? I think she's just as cool as you think she is." It's true, you do. And I couldn't pick anyone better for my other half. She's always said she wanted to end up with a guy from Gateway who loves Central Oregon as much as she did and would be satisfied with the cold beer on the porch at the end of the day. So when she met Keller, I was pretty sure he was the man of her dreams. Keller, since the day Amy's met you, I've never seen her light up like she does. Every time she talks about you, I've never seen her glow so much as she does every time you're together. I've never seen her smile so much. I've never seen her laugh so much. I've never seen someone be this happy. She truly is her soulmate. Before you and Amy got engaged, she obviously told me you were the one, but she said something I'll never forget. She told me she didn't even care if you ever proposed because all she wanted was to be by your side the rest of her life. She didn't need a ring, a dress, or a big fancy party. Well, I'm sure she wanted a party. All she wanted was you. And look at us here today, she got it all. I'll close with some advice to you, Keller, on how to keep Amy happy in your future years as husband and wife. Save your money on romantic flowers. She doesn't like them as much as she likes Coors Light, so get a 6-pack instead. Don't try to get her up to watch a beautiful sunrise. She isn't an early riser, and if you try to make her get up to watch one, even if it's your birthday and that's the only thing you want to do, she gets really cranky. Don't do it. Choose a sunset instead. Keep cheese and crackers on hand at all times, or macaroni and cheese, or grilled cheese. Anything with cheese, she'll be good, and veggie bacon, and beer. Don't take her to a fancy restaurant or club. She prefers a hole-in-the-wall bar with a honky-tonk band. She really likes to slow dance and doesn't care if anyone else is on the dance floor. I hereby give you my spot as her partner. If she's having a bad day, turn on any of her favorite music and let her sing her heart out. She's not really that good, but just tell her she is because it'll make her really happy. After all, maybe I shouldn't be giving you any advice at all. You just keep doing everything you've been doing because I've never seen my best friend so fulfilled, so in love, and truly blissed out as she is today and since the day you've been together. I never really needed a reason when I asked you why I should let you marry my best friend. You stole both our hearts a long time ago. I love you guys. Congratulations.
My name is Ken. Most people know me as Keller's brother. Before I get started, I'd like to wish a happy anniversary to my wife. 6 years ago. 6 years ago today, we got married. Yeah, 6 years ago, Keller had the honor of doing this at my wedding. He took weeks and he prepared and we had a speech and it was funny and everybody laughed. Well, I'm married, so I don't have to do all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Amy and Keller. I've known Amy since she was a little girl next door. Keller, I was getting on you my whole life. You guys are an awesome couple. I'm very happy for you guys. So, make it a nice first week. Here's to Keller and Amy.
I got you burning photographs like that could save you from your past. History is like gravity, it holds you down away from me. You and me, we both got sins, and I don't care about where you've been. Don't be sad and don't explain. This is where